What's up, you guys? Welcome to Boss Level 8. We just watched the movie Mary Poppins Returns, and we do things a little different here. We're gonna take a look at Morin Longbella's review, and we're gonna pick it apart, critique it, and make fun of it. That's right, we're reviewing a review. Yeah, it's kind of what we do. Before we get started, if it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you can get notified every single time we have a new video out. Now let's take a look at this review. I'm tempted to say a spoonful of sugar will help Mary Poppins Returns, and I'm tempted to have a spoonful of heroin after what you just said. But that's going a bit too far, don't you think? I feel like the heroin thing was further than what you did, but it is really annoying that you started your review with that song. Indubitably! And now that you're continuing with this nonsense and this singing, song, and dance crap, I am very worried about all the stuff that I have to read. It's not exciting at all. Penguin's gonna show up in your stupid review. Plus, it would be stealing from the much better Mary Poppins, which has stood unmolested, untouched, and untampered with these past 54 years. Until now. Can you do me a favor and never say unmolested or untouched again? That would be nice. Especially when you're doing a review on a family movie that parents are probably reading to decide if little Tommy and little Susie should go see it. The fun dancing penguins and the songs. And the crazy colors and the hats. Certainly gotta make sure it's not unmolested in order to go to it. Thanks for the word choice. You know, there's other words you could use, like not ruined. That's an option, which has stood not ruined. That also works. Like, just because it's all like mixed up and stuff doesn't mean you have to say it was molested. Like, the waiter comes to my table and is like, do you want your salad tossed or not? I'm not gonna be like, I prefer it unmolested. You should also never say salad tossed and unmolested in the same sentence, because that's not gonna make me hungry. But Mary Poppins Returns is a sequel, you say? That it takes place 20-some years later, and the bank's children have grown up and have children of their own. Jane is single and an activist like her mother was, and Michael is an artist, but also works at the bank where his father toiled. Michael is a recent widower, however, and is about to lose his home to the bank, unless a miracle occurs. Enter Mary Poppins. Don't mind if I do. Oh, right. Mary Poppins shows up in the movie. Next sentence. She's a nanny. Her job is to take care of children, but her real job is showing fathers the error of their ways and reminding them that they have a family who needs their love and attention. That is definitely the basic premise of Mary Poppins, both this one and the one before it. Glad you figured that out, champion. What Michael really needs is cash, and Mary Poppins is not an ATM. No, she's definitely not an ATM. She actually gives me something in here. Does ATM stand for all the magical? Another trial mommy? A timeless molestation. Whoa. ATM? I thought we're done tossing salads. If you've ever been on Urban Dictionary, you get that joke. So why does she even blow into town? I feel like I should read that again, but in a different way. So why does she even blow into town? Because if she didn't, there wouldn't be a movie, silly. Oh man, you are the living end. I don't even know what that expression means. I just said it so I didn't get incredibly angry at how crappy that was. Oh man. You know when you get indigestion from reading? But there is a movie, and unfortunately, an eminently forgettable one. All the tunes by Mark Shaman and Scott Whitman are serviceable, I suppose, but none catch the ear and stay with you as you leave the theater. Not one. I really don't like when people say serviceable. It's kind of rude. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I guess you kind of did the job. I know you spent a really long time writing the music for an entire musical, but stop treating these guys like topless maids. It's not like they gave you an unenthusiastic after-hours lap dance. Also, one, most of the people had that freaking fantastic song stuck in their head when they walked out. And two, this movie made a 5-year-old shut up the entire movie, and it was great. This would have been a much different movie, and possibly a much better one, if Lin-Manuel Miranda, who penned the moving, funny, and fabulous tunes for Moana, another Disney film, in case you didn't know that Disney made Moana. Oh, I'm sorry, in case you didn't know that Disney made Disney's Moana. That's the actual title of the... Yeah. And a little Broadway sensation you might have heard of called Hamilton had written the music. Just saying. Actually, it probably wouldn't have worked, because both Moana and Hamilton don't sound anything like Mary Poppins music. Don't even know if he can do it. The guys who did it made it actually feel like you were listening to Mary Poppins music. It felt like it was part of the universe, and it felt very much like a sequel. Lin-Manuel Miranda would have had just a bunch of like rap that isn't quite rap. It's more white rap. He did get a little bit of white rap into this. You'll know the section when you see the movie if you haven't seen it already. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say white rap, especially because he's not white. But that's what he was doing. Also, I can't really remember any of the Moana songs very well. Like, I know that one of the Flight of the Conchords sang one of them, and then there's another one that I know the tune of because some little girl's in like a meme of it or something. It's that one that's like, I don't know the fucking words or anything else about it. Meanwhile, I still want to build a snowman. They should have gotten those guys to write it. Instead, Miranda is in the movie working his butt off to make Lamplighter Jack, or Knockoff Bert as I call him, winning. Knockoff Bert. I know we're referring to Bert from Mary Poppins, but I can't help but think about Ernie moving on. You know what I mean? Like, you find someone else and everyone else is like, oh, he's bringing Jack over. Yeah, he's like a knockoff Bert. It's like, I know, but Ernie really likes him. Be nice. I offered him my corn salad and he wouldn't try it. That came out really gross. I was talking about food. Actually, the whole movie feels like a knockoff. Elements of the plot may diverge, but everything that happens follows the outline of Mary Poppins. Everything, and it suffers mightily in comparison, which is really odd because the whole reason that Mary Poppins shows up, you understand. She shows up for a specific reason. It's not weird that it would follow this similar pattern. That's why she shows up. Someone's getting robbed. Surprise, Spider-Man? But he never does that. Mary Poppins and Jack enter through a design on a bowl, yes, a bowl, and not a chalk-drawn picture on the sidewalk. But once again, you'll be thinking about the original's animated Jolly Holiday sequence and how much you'd rather be watching that. Or it'll just work in the universe and you'll have some sort of imagination and understand that it's all fun in a musical. It's just strange to be like that mad about, you know, people jumping into a bowl instead of a sidewalk and dancing around with penguins and crap. Like, the original penguin dancing was better. Like, really? Also, it's just supposed to fit. It's supposed to make sense with the other one. Not be better, not be worse, just fit. That's it. The same with a visit to a relative of Mary Poppins. The original gave us Uncle Albert, the incomparable Ed Wynn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But if you say that Meryl Streep is not incomparable in this paragraph, I'm gonna be very upset. For real. It's Meryl Streep. Like, you don't get to say that. All of us know what it's like to step on a Lego. She's the only person who knows what it's like to step on an Oscar. Floating near the ceiling and singing I Love to Laugh, the sequel gives us the equally incomparable Meryl Streep. Okay, you said she's incomparable. I'm okay right now. I'm okay. As Cousin Topsy, whose world turns upside down one day a week, and singing, now, what was the name of that tune? Oh, I see what you did there. You can't remember the name of the song. Probably because you haven't seen it 50 times. We've all seen Mary Poppins like 50 times. Also, it's the second Wednesday of the month, so it's once a month, so your facts are incorrect. But I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, no kids were walking around and singing Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious correctly. They had to see it like 10 times and they're like, oh, now I know the song. Give them a moment. They'll sing that shit. Well, I don't know what to think about that review. That's ridiculous. That hurt. That was just a painful, ugh. If there's an emoji that can express my emotions, then kudos to the emoji makers, because that sucked. Can you like puke, cry, be angry, like shit yourself? Like, how many things can you do at the same time in one emoji? That being said, have you guys seen Mary Poppins Returns? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? And what do you think of this review? Put it down in the comments. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you can get notified every single time we have a new video out. Also, we recorded this live on Twitch. You can see a link in the description to our Twitch channel where you can check out us recording this and doing a bunch of other things. So feel free to do that as well. And until we see you next time, geek out and game on.